Welcome back to the channel.
Good morning.
So in this video we are going our separate ways.
Yes, I've had enough of her. I'm going to France by myself.
Yes, so Tracy is heading to France in an hour to look at old buildings.
Yes, which makes me very happy. Now we've got a trip to the Nantes area in France to look at vernacular architecture, and I'm going with the Société Guernesiaise, which is the Society for Guernsey historic building section. So it's usually a good trip. I learn lots, which is important for my job, but more importantly, I'll take you with me, you lucky people.
And I'll be staying here in Jersey.
So, more and on.
She's off. Hi everyone, we're Tash and Tracy and welcome back to our channel. We're two adventurers from Jersey sharing our life on the road in our Expedition 68 camper van. Last autumn we spent 3 unforgettable months travelling across Europe in our camper, soaking up the freedom of the open road. This year we've been keeping things local, exploring the stunning coastlines and the history closer to home. So whether it's sea swimming, kayaking or paddleboarding, you'll find us diving into adventure whenever we can. So buckle up, subscribe if you haven't already, and join us for another adventure.
I am on a study trip with the Société Guernesiaise, and we are in the Nantes area. This is Chatau Dup Pere, which is one of the places that our group are staying, and we are staying at a separate chateau which I'll show you later. So this chateau dates from 1901, and you can see
I think you're right, Marilyn.
very much a modern chateau, and then the main axis, this is a symmetrical building, is Le Chasse, so the row, the trees in the middle, but either side there's some much older buildings, I think. So this is a Belvedere viewing platform. It's a long way up, but it's fantastic, and it shows the views of the salt flats here, which are extraordinary. These locks were built in the late 19th century. They stopped the salt water from the estuary of the Loire rising up into these areas, but still allowed boats to navigate, and these boats were built in this area as well, particular to this type of construction and these canals. And there is the diving platform I've just raced up. It's an extraordinary way to see the salt flats. Recommend a visit. Now that is an extraordinary thatched building. Never actually seen the cat's eyes incorporated and the eyebrows. So the other thing about these particular thatches in this part of the world, you can see the top has got a soft top, and they plant irises and other plants into it to act as waterproofing, and you can see that particularly well as we look down through there. You can see the soft top and the oh, there we go. So you can see the soft top there. It's very evident. And not the English tradition, or indeed the Scandinavian tradition, where they use plaited ridges. What a lovely little cottage. So another tradition of these buildings, you would actually usually live at the top, and then store things or animals at the bottom. Or these could be barns, and it's suggested the dormers might actually have been the areas that you would put things to store and process on the upper floors. And then you get these sorts of things, which are just absolutely wonderful anomalies. What's this stone doing here? So here's a lovely example of how thatch is laid. So as the water runs down the thatch, it drips off the end, and the thatch is then thick enough so no water can find its way back up through to the wall plate on the eaves. So Pere is a historic village. It's not a reconstruction, it's a renovation. The whole hamlet was bought in the 1970s by the National Park, which is close by, and has been restored over the years. So you can stay here. They have jeets. They also have, I think, 30 artisans who sell their wares here, and a restaurant and various things on site. It is like Sark. It appears to be largely car-free, and it's a very traditional format for this part of the world where the buildings are around individual courtyards. And it's just a joy to walk through. It's lovely, surrounded by beautiful woodlands and parklands, so well worth a visit. And here we have a lovely little blanc which crosses over what would be a stream. Oh look, a new thatch. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? There we go, and that's the soft top there in new form. Ah, so it's actually netted in place now. Fascinating. So this is an ovier or a drainage for an inside basin. I'm going to see if we can find it.
Well, you can buy some beads.
Where?
Make your own necklace.
I'm just amazed that the timber has lasted so long.
I know. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that beam.
I know. It's wonderful, isn't it?
It is. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And then we get these holes, don't we? In
These pegs, yeah. Well, obviously to put something up.
Yeah.
You've got to handle these things
Yeah.
when they're flat on a surface.
Yeah, those are interesting recesses.
Yeah, sorry.
That's right. Looks like a bake oven. And here's the well. This is quite a rare structure. It's actually a communal oven, which is usually placed next to a watercourse, which is just over there, to help put out fires. And post 19th century, they started to disappear as bakeries came into towns and boulangerie appeared. So it's lovely to see a good example of that, which from the smoke blackening still gets used. So here's the watercourse, nice and close. And I've just read that because it's communal, the way they used to identify that somebody was using it is to put firewood in front of the entrance. What a clever idea.
That's clean.
Cheers.
So Tracey's been in France, I've been back in Jersey, and I've been doing a lot of van jobs, and one of the big ones I've been doing is cleaning the outside of the van. I've also done the roof, as we haven't done the roof in a long time, and that was filthy. Once I finished cleaning the van, I noticed that the bonnet looked a little bit faded, and when I rubbed my hand over it, it was quite rough and not smooth. So I told my brother about it, and then he told me what I needed to do. So I think I've got bits of contamination from like the fly squats, you know, when you're driving and it's all covered in the blood and stuff. So I need to get rid of it, and my brother said to use clay detailing. So I've just been and picked some up, and I'm going to give it a go. So because I washed the van a couple of days ago, I am just going to throw some more water over the front so it's got plenty of water moisture, and then I've got my clay, put some of that spray in there, and then I think I just go up and down. Yeah, so already just with the clay, the bonnet is super smooth now, so I'm just going to polish it up. So I've done the front bonnet, So I shall just show you my water test. So this side is the side I haven't done, and the water sticks, and that just slides off and evaporates. So you can see the difference.
So this is the Tour de Saint-Michel, which is now a museum and actually quite well set out. Enjoying a newel staircase, and actually dates from 1522. Extraordinary. So we're at Gerald, which is a walled town, and it has an amazing church which we're going to look at later. And in the meantime, I'm enjoying the walls to the gate, the northern gate. The walls are completely intact around this this historic town, but this is as far as I can walk on the walls from the Tour de Saint-Michel. As you can see, they're probably broken down, rebuilt, but there's some very ancient buildings in amongst this lot, not least the tower itself. The salt marshes that we drove through supply this area, so when you come to this town, it is a bit touristy in parts, but you can actually buy the salt, and it's supposed to be the best salt in France, so I've got some. We'll see what it's like. And it's always intriguing when you get these large projecting stones, not in a logical place. It's not high enough to be a fireplace bauble, and doesn't have any matching pair. Nantes up there, isn't it? Yes. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, those two. And we were just wandering around the back streets and have spotted rather an old house with the traditional round, but unusually it's got a basement and central stairway. So back to that pattern of living on the first floor and potentially storage or animals on the base. It's rather lovely. So the supposition is that this is 17th, this is 14th in the middle, and 15th on the end, with a suggestion there might have been a tour or a staircase in the middle of the gable of the 14th century bit. So we're trying to unpick that.
Yeah, 3/4 and then it goes flat. Look, there's a big door.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Little folly, isn't
Very
it?
Elizabeth Goode.
So thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. There's still some more to come if you're interested in hearing what more Tracey's got to say about historic buildings, as she's still got to explore the city of Nantes itself. And we hope to catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.